Panther Nation podcast. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Oh, cut it. Cut right. And I would like to introduce one of the hottest podcasts in Carolina history. Let's go. Yeah. Talk less chat. We got time to chop it up. Talking analytics and fantasy draft. You know what's up. Panther Nation representing. Cause this is where we talk that. Talk that's so incredible. Make them rewind that talk back. Pause. Talking Panthers football, we discussing it all. On and off the field, you know exactly who to call. You know we the number one podcast. Competition is non-existent, you need to stop that. Pause. It's an honor to be a Panther fan, pause. At Bank of America, that is where we ball. Coming to the jungle, then you gonna feel the pause. Winning the trophy for the city, it is the call. Black, white, and blue, we going Carolina strong. And this is the conversation where everyone belongs. Discussing all the numbers and topics, you know we got it. We the hottest podcast and we poppin', let's go.
Yo, what's good, fam? What's popping with y'all, man? I gotta come up here and eat some crow. y'all. I gotta come up here and eat some crow, fam. It appears that according to Ian Rapaport, and the Carolina Panthers just tweeted it, it's a done deal. The Carolina Panthers have officially traded. This is not cap. This is not clickbait. This is the real deal. The Carolina Panthers have traded for Baker Mayfield. Okay. The Panthers, and this is the tweet. The Panthers are acquiring the number one overall pick in Baker Mayfield from the Browns for a 2024 conditional 5th round pick. Assuming that condition means he's going to have to start and play some games. We're not going to know the conditions to that trade for a while. And so he says that the deal is depending on a physical. All parties will split the financials to make it happen. And so again, I got to eat crow, y'all. I came up here even on Monday. I was like, yo, it makes no sense for Baker Mayfield to come to the Carolina Panthers. It makes no sense. I've said it. I've been on record saying it for a long time, bro. I've been saying this for a long time. However, the Panthers have done it. They've done it, and I don't know the deal. I don't know. I'm seeing in the chat some folks are saying Cleveland is going to pay $10 million of his contract. I don't know. I don't know again. It's going to be a lot of speculation, and until I get some official numbers and official rumors. I'll try not. Official news. I'll try not to spread fake news. But again, it's saying we're only paying $5 million. That's what they're saying. We're only going to pay $5 million, 5th round and $5 million. That's what they're saying. I have not seen that to confirm it. But that's what everybody's saying. I rock with everybody that I'm putting up here. So that's why I trust y'all. So, but it is what it is, man. Again, the whole Matt Corral thing, I tried to tell y'all to pump the brakes on that. And I was fully prepared to rock with Sam Darnold for the year. But it appears that, we're doing whatever it's going to take to fix his quarterback position, even go out there and get a Baker Mayfield. And like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of Baker Mayfield. I'm not. To me, this is putting. Well, how can I say this? There's a lot of pieces, and I said this on the show on Monday. There's a lot of pieces that are in Carolina that have said some things about Baker Mayfield. So there's going to have to be a coming to Jesus moment in the locker room, right? I said, Ben McAdoo said some things about him. He didn't really rock with Baker Mayfield like that. Now you got Robbie Anderson, who was flipping out yesterday on Instagram for some reason. He said some things that I don't want Baker Mayfield. Was public with his disdain towards Baker Mayfield. So it is what it is, and again, and like I said, like the NFL kid is saying, we pay it all lined up, and the stars aligned. We're gonna play the Browns week 1, and so it is what it is. And listen, again, I gotta come up here. I was wrong. I gotta be wrong. Dave was wrong too. We were both wrong in the fact that we thought that we were gonna rock with Sam Darnold. Okay. Sam is guaranteed. His contract is guaranteed. I don't think here's the question I'm addressing. It doesn't. We're not going to get rid of Sam Darnold. His contract is fully guaranteed, $18 million. Now we have two, what I believe mediocre quarterbacks that are starting. Shout out to RJ. RJ with a super chat. He says conditional 5th round pick that turns into a 4th round pick based on playing time. Cleveland picks up $10.5 million. Baker weighs $3.5 million, and the Panthers are paying $5 million. That makes complete sense to me. And I again, I don't know where the source came from. Shout out to RJ, but this makes sense. He's going to waive some of his contract, and we're only going to pay $5 million. Again, remember, he was guaranteed $18 million. So this all adds up to $18 million. Cleveland picks up 10.5. Baker waives 3.5, and we're paying $5 million. And so that's how we're able to get around that $18 million. We got to find if we could find a similar way to move Sam Darnold, I think it would happen. But I don't, it is what it is. And again, shout out to Mike Garofalo, excuse me. He's he has tweeted that. Shout out to Josh. Shout out to y'all keeping me honest. Appreciate y'all in the chat helping me out. Dave texted me. He was like, "Yo, we just made a trade." I was doing some other stuff. But yeah, it is what it is. And fam, I'll eat crow, bro. I have no problem. I'll eat all the crow. If we're winning, bro, it is what it is. It is what I'll eat the crow. I have no problem admitting when I'm wrong. You're not gonna get me to get up here and be like, "Oh man, I was wrong, bro." Fam, I have no problem being wrong. And I was wrong. That's why I'm going live right now. I could have waited till tonight. I'm going live. I'm eating the crow. It happened. I just hope it equates to W's. It equates to W's. At the end of the day, it is a low risk trade. We're only paying $5 million. It's a conditional 5th round pick that turns into a 4th. I'm not really concerned about that. And that's in 2024 draft. So we're not touching the 2023 draft, which is cool. So the trade to me makes sense. Is it going to pan out on the field, which is what really matters? That's the biggest question I have. And it had to happen before training camp. I told y'all that if it was going to happen, it needed to happen before training camp. Okay. So, it is what it is. You're going to get the best guys out there. We did the roster prediction. We went out there. We got another quarterback in Baker Mayfield, and that potentially could end it. I don't know what's going to happen with Sam. I think he's going to, at the end of the day, Sam's going to make $18 million regardless. Could that push PJ out the window? Could that push, that's going to push Matt Corral down to 3rd on the depth chart, essentially. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. And now it's going to take some time. Again, keep this in mind, right? These are both 1-year contracts for Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield. They're both 1-year deals. They're 1-year deals, okay? It's not like we're tied to these guys long term. I'm being positive shot. This is positive shot coming out trying to talk some of y'all off the ledge. It's 1 year, right? We get to see what happens with Baker Mayfield. If he balls out, cool. You find some money to extend him. He could end up being a franchise guy. I don't see that happening. That's just my opinion. I'm not a believer in Baker Mayfield unless we're going to run the ball and unless the offensive line improves. I'm not a believer. Okay. Will I be wrong? Am I open to being wrong? For sure. 1,000%. But we'll see. We'll see, man. I can put up a poll. Give me a second. Let me put up a poll. See if I can put up a poll to see how y'all feel about it. But at the end of the day, like I was saying, it's a 1-year deal, right? It's a 1-year deal. And we're not tied to him long term. We're going to be able to take the time. Matt Corral could still be the franchise guy long term. And it is what it is. I'm willing to accept Baker. If he balls, cool. If not, all the world is not lost. This is let me just say this. I'll say this. This is a better trade than the other two that we've done. Well, this is a better situation than from a financial standpoint than the Teddy Bridgewater trade and the Baker Mayfield trade. The Baker Mayfield trade, we gave, the Sam Darnold trade. We gave up too much for Sam Darnold. The fourth round picks, that was too much. And we ended up picking up his 50 option and paying. We doubled down on the Sam Darnold. The Baker Mayfield is not as bad. Again, we're only paying $5 million. So it's not as bad. Okay. So this is not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. Okay. So I will give Scott Fitterer credit in the way that he handled this one, because this is not nearly as bad as the other two. Okay. Let me just say that. Now let me get this poll popping. Let me get this poll popping real quick. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me get this poll up real quick. Create a poll. So just while I'm doing this, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button for your boy if you're new here. So I'm putting this poll out there now. But if you're new here, again, hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 17,000 subscribers. We got 500 people in the building. And let's go ahead and hit that sub button to get your boy, Rashad and Dave, up to 17,000 subscribers while we continue to discuss this Baker Mayfield trade. Again, the news is still coming in hot and heavy. But yo, shout out to I ain't gonna put his name out there, but shout out to somebody in my DMs. Shout out to Aaron, man. Y'all got me all on the TV, man. Shout out to everybody that's rocking with PNP. I appreciate y'all. But apparently, I will say this. I'm not going to release any sources. I'm not going to say anything. But I do have a source that has a source. This is a source from a source that has said this was pretty much done for a while. Okay, this was going to be done. This was supposed to be done a long time ago, and it is what it is. Way back, it was going to be done, but it didn't get done. And so for a lot of those folks, yeah, it's the same thing. It's about 4.85 is the same as 5. We're rounding that up. So this was supposed to be done a long time ago. Let me just say this. And you know, we heard about it during the draft, right? We heard about it during the draft, and you know, we were gonna swap. Somebody was supposed to be involved. It didn't happen. Okay. Now it happened. I think, you know, the money got tied up to where who was going to pay for what. And I believe that the final, this is my opinion. I have no news around this. This is just my opinion, is that I believe Baker Mayfield eating that last $3.5 million was what got it done. That's just my opinion. I don't think they wanted to pay him over $5 million. They didn't want to pay him over $5 million. The Browns didn't want to pay over. They didn't want to eat more than the $10 million that they were already eating, the $10.5 million. They didn't want to eat that. So I believe that Baker eating that last $3.5 million is what took it over the top. That's what took it over the top. That's just my opinion. Now, again, we have to go back to the massaging of the relationships. How is this going to get done? How is this going to McAdoo? Somebody said in the chat, McAdoo said that this dude was one of the worst quarterbacks in the draft or something to that effect. He had him low on the Joan. He had him low on the rankings. Okay. Low on the rankings. Okay. Low on the rankings. How are you going to massage that? I guess these are all grown men, right? They all got to have a come to Jesus moment. Robbie Anderson. I'm surprised Robbie wasn't involved in a trade. Cause I could have took a better, I could have picked a better word. You're right. I could have picked a better, my bad. Read the room. I could have picked a better word. Read the room. Shout out to Mage Prime. Go mile to the bros. He said we're gonna finish third no matter what. Mage Prime is a Saints fan. Shout out to y'all, man. But yeah, we didn't give up any play. I'm surprised Robbie wasn't involved in the trade, bro. I'm really surprised. I'm surprised because I don't know what Robbie about to blow a gasket. Listen, he already been on Instagram chewing out somebody. This you know, it is what it is. I don't know what's going on, bro. I don't know what's going on with Robbie. Bro, It is what it is, though. It is what it is, fam. Baker Mayfield is. If you're new here, let's reset the room. Baker Mayfield has essentially, officially been traded to the Carolina Panthers for a conditional 5th-round pick that will turn into a 4th-round pick, depending on the amount of games he starts. I don't know the exact conditions. As soon as we get those, we will report those to you. Also, the financial part of it, the Browns are going to eat $10.5 million of his contract. Okay. Baker Mayfield has also waived $3.5 million of his contract, which leaves the Panthers to pay $5 million. That's a hell of a deal. I think, listen, it's the best. For Baker Mayfield to become a Panther, that is the best case scenario. I don't think you could have got a better deal. We don't want to overpay anybody. We already paying Sam Darnold $18.5 million. Now we're paying Baker Mayfield $5 million. So if you look at the total quarterback position, and typically what happens is the Panthers or teams typically have a bucket of money that they want to spend on position. They have a bucket of money they want to spend on the position. I'm sure they capped it at like 25. They didn't want to pay quarterbacks no more than $25 million as a whole. So now you put Baker Mayfield on that roster. You add it up with Sam Darnold's contract. Now we're looking at about just under 25 million if you include PJ Walker and Matt Corral. So now we're under that $25 million, which I'm assuming that they kept as the cap for the quarterback position. That's just my opinion, no facts. I'm just looking at from a team building standpoint. That's how I would do it. But again, I'm just going to say this. If that's what it took to get it done, I'm cool with it. That's not much in the grand scheme of things. You're paying him $5 million. He has a proven deal. Now it's debatable. Now, who is the best quarterback that we have on the roster? Are they going to roll just because we traded for him? It's not like we have a lot of money tied into Baker, right? We don't have a lot of money tied in, so they're not forced to play Baker Mayfield week 1. I'm sure it will likely happen just because it's Browns versus Panthers. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure that's good. I'm sure the NFL is going to drum up the drama for week 1. Okay, I'm sure that's going to happen. But they're not forced to pay him anything. RJ says Baker's a better mentor from a play style aspect than Corral. Yeah, but there's a whole nother aspect that he may not be the best mentor for Matt Corral. That's one side of it. The other side of it is the personality aspect. We got a bunch that quarterback room is really interesting. If you really look at it, Baker Mayfield he's a character, bro. He can be a crybaby at times. It's just the truth. He can be a crybaby at times. It is what it is. It's facts, right? We've seen it on the field. We've seen it in news reports. He's a personality. You enter that with a damn doorknob in Sam Darnold, who ain't really he don't no personality. He's just a guy, right? From a personality standpoint, Matt Corral is a competitor, right? Matt Corral is a guy that I can see he got some fire in him. So that quarterback room is going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting to see. It's going to be very interesting to see. So I see a lot of people. Man. Yo, this is funny, man. My timeline going nuts right now. Timeline is going nuts. Timeline is going nuts right now, man. But listen, everybody's saying Baker better than all of them. Some Cleveland fans chiming in. Cleveland he said, "I'm from Cleveland. Good luck. I hope he is there the first game. My defense is looking forward to it. Our defense is going to try to kill him. Myles Garrett and all them dudes going to try to clown you and all. They're going to try to kill Baker Mayfield, bro. They're going to try to kill Baker Mayfield, man. But again, if you're new here, like I said, hit that subscribe button. We're like 70 people away from 17K. So hit that subscribe button for your boy. It'd be greatly appreciated while we're here, all right? Let me see. Now, we do have Higgins. That's true. We got a couple of guys. We got Rashard Higgins, which is probably why we brought Baker Mayfield in. And I mean, we probably had this in the works. It goes back to the point, and that this has probably been in works for a long time. We picked up Rashard Higgins. It's going to be funny, man. A lot of people don't know how to feel, bro. Can I get a Browns podcaster on the show? I might try to line one up tonight. We'll see. I might try to get one lined up for tonight. Let me see if I can get one. That's a great idea. Let me see if I can find a Browns podcaster for tonight. Dave and I are going to go live again tonight, by the way. He's going to be allowed to give his opinion, and we're going to both eat some crow together. I hope he focuses on football and not commercials. Yeah, he's going to have to get some new commercials. New commercials for Baker. He got to do a Bojangles commercial or something. Shout out to Mage Prime with another super chat, man. Appreciate y'all. Yeah. Maybe I was in denial, bro. But I was in denial, bro. I was in denial for sure. The writing was on the wall. I was in denial, man. I was in denial. Again, I got to eat my crow. And if he balls out during the year, I'll eat more crow. I'll eat all the crow I need to eat. As long as we getting these W's, as long as we eating these W's in the words of the great Jameis Winston, eating these W's, then yo, I'm cool. I'm cool. We'll see though. We'll see. Okay, so Carson says my friends are on my ass. I live in Youngstown, Ohio. All my friends are Browns fans. I'm a Panthers fan. Man, this stinks a lot. Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. You got to eat the crow. You never be too big of a man to admit you're wrong. Always. So they made this trade without a suitor for Darnold. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. Pretty much. Nobody's taking Darnold, bro. He's damaged goods. Just like I thought nobody was going to take Baker Mayfield, but it's always one. It's always one, dummy. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But like I said, again, I always got to keep these things in context. For what we gave up to get Baker, I'm cool with it. There's more upside. There's upside to this in that we're only paying him $5 million. It's not like we paying him the full $18 million. So I'm rolling with it. It is what it is. I like it. Let me see what this. A shout out to Metacrip. He Metacripping for the $1 super chat, man. I appreciate that. And if I missed the other super chats, my apologies. These things coming in hot and heavy. I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate that. Let's see. Oh yeah. We forgot about the number because Hecker has number 6. What's gonna be of that number 6? Hecker got the number 6 from PJ Walker. Sure, he paid a nice little piece of cash for that. Now Baker Mayfield comes in. What's gonna be up with the 6? Who's gonna take the 6? Who is gonna take the 6? Am I gonna be a fan fest? 1,000%. 1,000%. 1,000% gonna be a fan fest. Baker number 14. Is that what he wore in college? I can't remember. Or did he wear 6 at Oklahoma? I can't remember what number he wore at Oklahoma. What number is Baker gonna wear? What y'all thinking? Oh nah, he can't get number 1. That's off limits, man. We gotta hold off on that. So just to kind of go over the poll results so far. The poll results, 55% of you all say you're happy. 45% say you're tired of the mid. So we got some happy guys out here. I think y'all more so happy that Sam Darnold not starting than anything else. He said that is Darnold's number. I mean Baker's number. I mean Darnold's number, my bad. Give Baker number 7 because he needs God. That is a godly number. Number 4. What number he's gonna wear? Iron sharpens iron, man. If we got iron, then you're right. But I don't think we got iron. We got one of them soft metals. Get in the chemistry class. What's the soft metal? That ain't iron. But we'll see. Donald's to me, Donald's not going anywhere. To me, Donald isn't going anywhere. I don't think he's gonna go anywhere. The 18 million get copper. There we go. Shout out to the chemistry folks in the building. We got copper. Copper doesn't sharpen copper. Ooh, I like this. A hot takes. Let me get some hot takes. Let me get some hot takes. Here's one to start it off. Hot take. Sam is not on the roster week 1. That could be correct. That could be correct. You could absolutely be correct on that. Could be correct. Magnum Code says how many games must how many games he must win, or assuming that means must he win for a Baker jersey purchase. I don't know, man. I might get one off the strength. I'm probably gonna get one. I'll get one, man. I'm rocking. Once you a Panther, I'm rocking with you. I'm gonna defend you now that you a Panther. I'm gonna defend you now that you a Panther, bro. I'm rocking with you. I'm not gonna be one of those guys that try to hate. Once he's rocking with him, I'm gonna cheer for him during the games. If he sucks, I'm gonna call it like I see it. But I'm gonna cheer for him. Shout out to Metacrip again with a $1 super chat. Appreciate that. Metacrip. He passed his physical. So that would mean that he's healthy. He's healthy. He passed his physical, bro. So, but yeah, I'm rocking with him, man. I'm rocking. I'm gonna rock with a Baker meter. We did have the Sam meter, the confidence meter. We might have to rock with a Baker meter. We have to rock with, man. These meters are so, man. Look at what we doing, man. Look at what we doing. Shout out to Gwaine Martin with the super chat. Appreciate that. Yeah, man. Week one gonna be lit. Week one is gonna be lit. Now, somebody just asked me on Twitter, do we think Baker begins a holdout for an extension once the trade is official with the Panthers? I don't think he has much. He doesn't have much leverage in the holdout, to be honest with you. I think his best bet is to get on the field. So I'm going to say no. He did agree to take a pay cut and Codizzle. Shout out to Codizzle from C3. He says he did take a pay cut to come here. So that wouldn't make sense. But nah, he has no leverage in this. Yeah. All right, let me see some of these hot takes, man. Hot take: Baker passes for 19 touchdowns, 5 interceptions to 4,000 yards. Wow, that is a hot take. Did Dave lose a bet on the Baker trade? I don't know, man. Dave is quick to bet somebody, so we'll see. I got to link back up. Hot takes: Robbie is traded before training camp. Now that one I can get with. Robbie is too outspoken for him just to be cool with this. Like I think Robbie might be traded, although he has the connection with Matt Rule and his contract. We just restructured him. It would be a tough pill to swallow for us to trade him, to be honest with you. Number of wins. Shout out to A Cash. Number of wins. Early predictions. Baker Mayfield's ass starter. Number of wins. I'm gonna stay where I was at. I think I was always at 7 to 8 wins. I'm gonna roll with that. 7 to 8 wins. To me, listen, if Baker doesn't win, if Baker doesn't get us in the playoffs, this whole thing, everything is for loss. Like you have to get us in the playoffs. Shout out to Nicholas K with $2 super chat, man. Appreciate that. We got to get into the offs. Man. We got to get into the offs. I take Carolina picks number 1 overall. Wow. 10 wins. I think 10 wins would be optimal. If we can get 10 wins, this is not me. If we get 10 wins, bro, that's optimal. That is optimal for Baker Mayfield and Matt Rule. Did we waste the picking up Corral? This is an interesting topic. To unpack this, and I kind of alluded to this earlier, I don't think we wasted a pick on taking Corral. This is why. Because you're hedging your bets right now, right? The Panthers are trying to be smart about this. I know it doesn't seem like it for those that don't like Baker Mayfield, right? But the Panthers are giving themselves options. They're giving themselves options. What if Baker Mayfield balls out, right? Then you find a way to extend them. You keep him long term, blah, 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 blah. If he sucks, then you only wasted $5 million. It's only a 1-year deal. Same thing with Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold's only on the roster for 1 more year. So you got 2 quarterbacks that need to find themselves this year. If they don't, you still have Matt Corral waiting in the wings to be the starter next season, right? So I think it's a win. It's actually for Corral. I think it's a good thing, but he could end up finding himself in a as a like a backup, like a full-time back. If like let's say Baker Mayfield balls out, right? You have to extend him at that point. You have to extend Baker Mayfield. Let's say he gives it hypothetically, Baker Mayfield gives us 10 wins. You got to extend him, right? At that point, you have to extend him. So that could land Corral as a full-time backup. So, but at the end of the day, for the Panthers, right? The Panthers have options at this point. The Panthers have options. We will have options at that point. And this is true. Corral hasn't even signed yet, but he'll sign. There's only so much he can argue with over a rookie contract. It's probably the language in the contract. It'll get done. Here we go. James says, best case scenario, Baker plays well enough to barely miss the playoffs. We fire rule the offseason, end up trading Baker Mayfield to another team. Matt starts the next season with the new coach. Yeah, it's going to be tough. Hot take from Seeker. Sam bench game 2. Baker hurt game 8. Golden Corral starts into the playoffs. Wow. A lot of mid options. We do have a lot of mid-grade options. That's true. But an option is an option. It's better to be locked in with the guy. But it is what it is, man. Like I said, if you're new here, man, hit that subscribe button for your boy as we unpack Baker Mayfield officially becoming a Carolina Panther. It's official. Only giving up a conditional 5th-round pick that can turn into a 4th-round pick in 2024. The Browns ate $10.5 million of the contract. The Baker Mayfield himself reduced his contract by $3.5 million, leaving the Panthers to pick up $5 million. And we still have a lot of cap space. Let's go back and look at the cap real quick. Let me see. Take a look at the cap and see where we at. Yep, 1 year, 5. They already added it too. 1 year, $5 million contract. Shout out to Over the Cap. My guys Over the Cap. So let's see here. I'm gonna share my screen with y'all so y'all can see it. Y'all know I'm a cap nerd. Cap nerds unite. Share my screen here. Let's take a look at this cap right quick. So as you can see, make this a little bit bigger. One more. There we go. So as you can see, $20 million in cap space. We'll round that up to 21 just to be, just to make it easy. $30 million over the cap in 2023. It's okay. Everybody relax. It's not a big deal. As you can see, let's see where Baker Mayfield resides. Baker Mayfield right here. 27 years old, $5 million, fully guaranteed. It is what it is. That's where he stands. So he's down there. He's getting paid less than Icky. He's getting paid less than a lot of guys. Well, not a lot. From a base salary, a cap implication standpoint. But yeah, so that's it. That's it, man. That's it. Shout out to Baker Mayfield, officially a Panther. If we could find something to do with this $18 million, we'd be straight. But let's see. Deontay says, even if this trade works out, what it took for us to get there is unacceptable. It took us 4 to 5 QBs to get here in year 3. That's true. That's true. I mean, if you look at it in isolation, yes, it's a decent trade. But what it took going through, getting rid of Cam, getting Teddy Bridgewater, signing him to a 3-year deal, trading him next year, trading for Sam Darnold, taking his 5th-year option, now trading for Baker Mayfield. That is a bit of a mess at the quarterback position. But you shouldn't be surprised, right? You shouldn't be surprised because your owner came in here and said off the rip that this is what it is. This quarterback's currency. We're going to keep finding until we get the guy, and we're going to keep going until we get a guy. So it is what it is. It is what it is. You gotta. It sucks, but like somebody else said earlier, we got mid options, and until we get that guy, we're gonna keep struggling. So that's what the cap looks like. They've already added Baker Mayfield. It's slow news, so everybody's being able to update their stuff rather quickly. Let me see. Baker Mayfield to the Panthers. Just reading the ESPN article. Fourth or fifth round pick in 2024. Let's see. Let's go back and see. I'm curious to see what Ben McAdoo said about Baker. I want to get the exact quotes. I want to get. Let me see. Baker Mayfield. So this is what he said. This is what he said about Baker Mayfield. This is what Ben McAdoo, the Carolina Panthers' current offensive coordinator, said about Baker Mayfield going into the. This is right after he got drafted. He says he's got an edge to him. I like that. He's gonna lead. They're gonna follow him. I don't see a lot of pro style football in his college tape. And if you're short, you have to be able to make up for it in some way, somehow. And personality doesn't do that. I don't think he's a great athlete. The guy is kind of a pocket quarterback that is short with small hands. That's what I worry about. That's what Ben McAdoo said about Baker Mayfield. And for the record, McAdoo loved Josh Allen. He loved Lamar Jackson. Let's see. And and just to rank, because all these guys came out that same draft class, right? And so Sam he liked, this was his rankings. He had Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Sam Darnold, Josh Rosen, Mason Rudolph. All those guys were ranked ahead of Baker Mayfield according to McAdoo. Like, that's crazy. Like, isn't that crazy to y'all? Like, come on, man. Like, come on. You gotta find a way to fix that, bro. I'm not gonna say massage because it might be some Browns fan watching. I don't want to trigger nobody. But you gotta find a way to fix that, bro. You gotta find a way to fix that. That's Ben McAdoo, bro. That's what he said about Baker Mayfield coming out of the draft. And I'm gonna be honest with you. What has Baker done to change much of that opinion? Right? He's gonna have to show up. And again, let me just say this: change of scenery does work for some folks. I gotta play both sides of this. I'm already eating crow because he's here now. I gotta look at the positive since he's here now. It is what it is. But just being truthful, what has he done? I mean, they went to the playoffs. But again, I'm not confident in what surrounds Baker Mayfield at Carolina versus what he had with the Browns. I'm just not confident. I'm sorry. I'm not as confident. I'm not as confident in that run game. I'm not as confident in the offensive line just yet. I think we're going to improve the offensive line, but I'm just not as confident in the receivers. Well, that's not true. I think the receivers are comparable. I take that back. But the defense that puts Baker Mayfield in a good position to succeed, that's not that Browns defense was solid. Our defense is not going to be as good, bro. We'll see though. We'll see, man. We'll see. Somebody help me. I need all my positive folk, the folk that said, yo, this is, because now 56% of y'all are happy. That's the poll. If you look at the poll, 56% of y'all are happy. Tell me why you happy, bro. Tell me why you happy. Michael Kelly says Baker makes this season a whole lot more interesting to watch. I don't know about a whole lot, but I see what you're saying. Okay. He said I'm tripping. Horn is back, but I don't think we as good as the Browns defense. That's my point. We might be solid, but I don't think we're gonna be as good as the Browns defense. That pass rush they got is elite. Huge improvement over what we had. Okay. I won't say huge, but brings more attitude, has more mobility. I don't think he's more mobile than Sam. He's not more mobile. I don't think he's more mobile than Sam, to be honest with you. Sam can move, bro. Y'all must have forgot. Sam can move. Sam can move the football with his legs. I don't know that he's more mobile than Sam. More attitude, 1,000%. 1,000%. He better than Sam. Fair enough. Fair enough. Baker's a winner. Okay. Oh man, y'all boys is funny. All right, so this is interesting. This is an interesting tweet. Just found this tweet. This follow me on this. Follow me on this, okay? Listen, I'm sorry. I'm trying to read the chat. There's a lot of Sam Darnold news in there. All right. Look, here's an interesting tweet. Panthers really traded away a second round, a third round, a fourth round, a fourth round, a fifth round, and a sixth round, all to assemble the QB room of Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield, and Matt Corral. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. That's wild, bro. So Justin says, I'm so sick of this, doing the same thing, expecting different results. It's insanity. Should have rolled with Sam and drafted a QB next year high. All those picks, poor mismanagement. We did a lot of trading away. When you put this again, sometimes you can't look at this stuff in isolation. You gotta look at the picture in totality, bro. That's not a good sign. You trading away all these picks, and then you don't have anybody. Like look at what, because all that we're saying, right? All that we've done is all, I mean, everybody being excited about Baker Mayfield. It's all speculation whether they're going to be good or not. Nobody knows, right? It's not like we went out there and traded for Russell Wilson, or we traded for a bona fide quarterback that's going to be very good. We didn't do that. We traded for a bunch of potential, and it keeps failing. Like that's why a lot of people are so on the fence about it. Yes, we've improved the coaching staff. Yes, we improved the offensive line. Yes, with Deontay Foreman, we plan to improve the run game, and so yes, things seem to be aligned and getting better. But at the end of the day, we don't know. It's all about potential, bro. It's all about potential. Now, can it be coached? That's the bigger problem I have. Until I see it, I'm not jumping off the wagon saying, "Yo, it's lit." You know what I'm saying? I gotta see it, bro. I gotta see it first. I gotta see it first. But yeah, man, it's I don't know, bro. What's the conditional pick? It's a conditional 5th round pick. He's got to start a certain amount of games. If he does, it goes up to a 4th round pick. So that's the conditions on the pick that we traded away. So again, let me just say this one more time. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button while you're watching. We are almost to 17,000 subscribers. Let me see how far we are away, because we might as well get there now, right? We only got 10 additional. Come on, man. Y'all can do better than that. We are 59 subscribers away from 17,000. Let's go on and get there, bro. Let's go on and get there. Let's see here. Yep. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. He said he got me. I appreciate that. Yeah. So regardless, we lost at least a fifth round pick. The fifth round, and that's 2024. 2024. I'm not worried about a fifth round pick. We move so much around the draft that I'm not. That's the least of my concerns. Is a late. I don't like trading away those day 1 and day 2 picks. The first round, second and third round. They're too valuable to keep swapping those, and we didn't do that. We stayed away from that. So that I'm cool with. And again, we only got to pay him $5 million, so that is what it is. I'm cool with the trade. Like if I'm looking at the trade in isolation, I'm happy with the trade itself. Now, what we're going to get from the trade, the performance on field, whole nother story. But the trade itself, I'm happy with. Hold on one second, y'all. My bad. My daughter was messaging me or calling me. But yeah, man. So 2 years from now, so from 2 years from now, I can accept that we only, yeah. 2 years from now, 2024. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. We now have Baker Mayfield. Interested to see his press conference. Somebody has. I'm assuming that Sheena and Vashti are going to ask the question. What are your thoughts? This is 2 questions I will ask Baker Mayfield in his introductory press conference. Have you spoken to Robbie Anderson? Did you see what he said about you when he tweeted? Second question would be, did you see? What are your thoughts on Ben McAdoo's rankings about you when you came out the draft? Have you had a discussion about that? Those would be 2 questions I would ask Baker Mayfield at his introductory press conference. We'll see, though. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. All right. I got to get out of here. But make sure you hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell, get in the comments, all that stuff. Dave and I will be back tonight, and we are currently on the lookout for a Browns podcaster to come on the show tonight to talk to us. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. All right. Like, subscribe. I'm out. Peace. Baker Mayfield, the Panther. Go Panthers. Keep pounding.